Hello, I'm the Sick Brick 5000, and it's time again for another ugly minifigure compilation. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and go to my main channel and go subscribe to that, which is Crisis Monday. As far as I know, it's the only Crisis Monday. If there's another Crisis Monday, please spam report them or something. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's get into the picks. So first up, we have Tahoe Togokan. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He is the main character in Speed Racer, I think. The main problem with this is the head. I mean, if you look at what he looked like in the film or the movie or whatever, he had hair, and here it just shows he has hair on his forehead, and it just looks really awkward. I mean, the torso is pretty dope though. I would get him just for the torso. But he looks kind of just kind of weird, awkward. That's why I picked him here. So my second pick is from Alpha Team, Radia. Um, yeah, this figure just looks really bad. The face just looks pretty weird. In fact, there are actually two versions of her, and it's so bad I picked both of them. Yeah, that's all I much have to say about this. The face is just really bad. I think it's even worse on the second figure. Up next, we have Flex. Now, again, the face is pretty bad. The torso, there's nothing real special about that. It looks kind of like a skydiver or a parachuter. But the face just looks pretty bad. I, um, I wouldn't even get him just for the meme. No, I just don't care for this figure. Up next, we have Charge. Ooh, kind of the same deal as Flex. Bad face, good torso, or decent torso at least. Kind of a shame that they made him look like this. I would have loved to get him if he had a better face. So this figure here is Cam. Yeah, you can immediately tell it's disgusting face. Like Lego really dropped the ball on this whole series. I mean, there are good figures, but the faces just did not work out. It's kind of disappointing. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next figures. So I decided to pick some from Indiana Jones. This is the Shanghai Gangster Grin. Although this figure is pretty dope, and I would get it because it's actually a really cool face. It's still is pretty ugly, you have to admit. It's like basically a serial killer. He does look more of a serial killer than a gangster, I would say. Yeah, so now let's go on to other figures from Indiana Jones. Now, I know this will probably upset some people, but I decided to pick Short Round because of his face. That looks nothing like Short Round. Um, his torso's, I don't know what to say about his torso. It looks kind of weird, but, yeah. And when he wears his hat, it just looks really weird. This whole figure just looks nothing like he did in the movie. Now, this figure, known as the Akator skeleton, is pretty cool only from the headpiece. Everything else is just kind of boring, and I mean, it is ugly, obviously, but it could have at least made it match the rest of the body. Like in the movie, you'll see that the skeleton's bones are all the same color. This is not that, so it was just kind of lazy, I would say. Nowadays, Lego would make a completely new minifigure, but I suppose this was like early 2000s. Moving on to another theme, which is actually not very known, the Aqua Zone, and I've got three Stingray number 1, 2, and 3. They're very similar, so I decided to kind of put them all together. Just disgusting. I mean, their faces, ew. Yeah, you can see why I picked them. And the rest of their bodies is just kind of weird looking. Like one of them has blue eyebrows. Why? I don't know. So onto a lesser known theme, the Western theme. I mean, this is a pretty popular theme, but it's I guess lesser known than some of the bigger names. I decided to pick Bandit 1, 2, and 3. I didn't pick the fourth one because it had the same face as number 3, but yeah, the faces are pretty bad. I still have Bandit number 3 though, who's pretty dope. And in the same thing, there were a bunch of Indians that yeah, they didn't. Their faces were kind of weird. They had these. A lot of them. They had these weird nose printings. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Wrapping this video up, there is one more figure, which is from the World Racers theme. His name is Bubba Blaster, or Backy and Blaster 2. Kinda ugly. And that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and go to my main channel, Crisis Monday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later in my next video.